to another episode of Down at the Dome. Today we're greeting you from a cold, misty, windy Swakopmund. And I have a colleague of mine here today, Eugene Thuynsma. Thank you for joining me and welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure. It's a very cold day today. Wearing shorts though, but sport industry, we have to wear.
Yeah. So let's start at the beginning. Who's Eugene?
Okay, so Eugene. So I come from Tsumeb, Namibian. I was born in South Africa. I went to school in Tsumeb, Otjiwarongo, Lüderitz, all over Namibia, all my life in Namibia. Love South Africa though. I studied human movement science in Porch, and then I came to Swakop to work here as a personal trainer.
Okay, so you've always been, after university, you've always just been in Swakop?
Yes.
So are you gonna ever say no to Swakop and go somewhere else?
I love Swakop. At first I was like, no, I'm never moving to Swakop because I'm more of a farm kind of guy. But no, now that the Dome is here, it's the only place to be because it's the biggest sport industry at this moment in Namibia where you can actually achieve something.
Okay, so tell us a bit about what you do here at the Dome.
Okay, so I am assistant manager for HTC. I'm also a conditioning coach. So if I'm not working in the gym, I'm helping Imke with conditioning of the athletes.
And what type of athletes are you currently working with?
So I have the sprinter group, I have the inline hockey group, which I am co-training with Imke. And then I have the a bodybuilder at this moment, which is my own athlete.
Okay. Bodybuilding and sprinting are like two extremes.
Yeah.
So which one would you choose?
Oh, that's very difficult. So I prefer training the bodybuilders because it's more my kind of style of training. I love weight training. The sprinters are much more difficult, especially showing them some of the exercises when it comes to balance, stability, explosive movements. But it's also, I love a challenge. So it's always fun, it's always new, where bodybuilding is a lot of time repetitive. So
okay.
I would
so it's
choose
more about the sport or working in sport rather than working with a specific sport.
Yeah.
Okay. But bodybuilding, that's quite interesting. How did you get into that?
So my second year in university, one of my friends, a very big bodybuilder now in South Africa, introduced me to the sport. I tried it. It wasn't for me as
competing.
An athlete, competing, but I still loved it. So I was like, if I can't do it, teach it. So when I came here, there were 3 bodybuilders at this moment, but they weren't competing. I was like, you know what, let me just ask them. And Torben, one of my bodybuilders now at the moment, he didn't do bodybuilding, but he had the body for it. So I asked him, can I train him for a show for last year? And yes, he qualified for Arnold's this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now exactly 8 days.
Wow, are you attending?
No, sadly not.
But is Torben your athlete?
Yes, so Torben was going to go to the Arnold's, but he is sadly competing in Europe for the fistball competition.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, so he's a fistball athlete.
Yeah, he's a fistball athlete, a squash athlete, a bodybuilder.
But isn't that, don't the two work against each other?
Very difficult,
in the body?
Yes. So I told Torben when he started training with me that bodybuilding and a performance sport like fistball, you need to choose. You can't either or. But he said he'll push through with the fistball. So Torben is very genetically talented with sport. So we've been training for 2 years now in bodybuilding, and he still does squash, still does fistball. He says he's got slower, but he's still performing very well. But at this point, it's the athlete's choice now.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to your role in the gym. What you say you're working on the floor. What does it mean to work on the floor?
Okay, so usually I'm there to manage that the gym there's not conflict on the floor, that everything is in place. But I have a very, very well-trained team, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. So at this point, it's just seeing that the clients don't hurt themselves, help them, assist them with the training, show them how to do the training. And yeah, basically admin work, but that's why I'm more leaning to the conditioning because I'm not an office kind of guy. So hopefully in the future I work more with the athletes than in the office.
Before we get to the athletes and you working in the conditioning, firstly, do you guys, it sounds like it's very sport orientated and athlete orientated, but do you take clients from the general public as well, or is it specific, it's only sport?
So because I studied human movement science, rehab was a very big thing in university for me. I did it, I came here, I did it my first year rehab. So for me, rehab it's like a side kind of job. I wouldn't choose to do it, but if someone asked me, I would do it. But a lot of my other colleagues do rehab very well in the gym. So I prefer to give them the clients. But if someone of the public comes and they want rehab or they want to lose weight or something, we're always there.
Okay, so it's open to the general public,
Yeah,
and
general public.
they're able to come join and so on.
Yeah, yes.
All right, let's go to the conditioning. Like, what intrigues you about it?
It's this weird feeling. So I get this question a lot, and it's very hard to explain. But it's like having a child, him getting A's on his test. Like, it's the same with an athlete. And bodybuilding, it's like seeing this person grow. So in our industry, we do a lot of assessments, like body assessments to track their progress, because in bodybuilding, you can't use performance to track. And Torben trained now, he stopped training after the competition, and then he got really unfit, and he came back to me, he's like, no, he wants to get back in shape. We trained for 3 months, and he picked up 5 kilograms of muscle, which is a lot, and it's very impressive. And that's like my proudest moment. So I don't know.
It's up to you.
Yeah. So for me, it's about the athletes. It's not like I don't care. Like, it's not like I'm gonna stand and be like.
People don't need to know about you as long as they get the results.
As long as they get the results, it's like that good feeling.
Yeah. But I want to touch on something you mentioned, that you're actually a farm boy.
Like,
yeah, you're at the extreme ends of the continuum.
So before sport, I tried a lot of things. So my grandfather is a farmer. Well, he used to be a farmer. Then before university, I worked in a shop where we did agriculture. They asked me to do poultry training. I have no training for poultry myself, but I just learned it from my grandfather. So I gave Namibia poultry training at that point. I gave seminars and everything. And I loved the poultry industry. So yeah, I am a chicken farmer. Back then, before I came to the gym.
So do you have a few chickens at home?
No, I had to sell them because sadly Swakop does not allow chickens.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually pursued it?
Yeah, I did pursue it, yes.
Okay, but you can't get a permit or something, or what?
No, in Swakop, the rules work a little bit different. So in Otjiwarongo, when I used to live there, the chickens were just in my backyard, and I could like keep a lot of animals and no one would complain. But here you have certain rules and standards for the household. You can't have too many.
So would you ever consider going back?
We're looking to buy a plot here in Swakop.
Okay.
It's a bit difficult with the weather to farm with chickens, but still.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've heard chickens are quite pedantic, and they're very, very sensitive. So heat or cold.
Yeah, the environment
needs to be perfect, literally.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so do you see your parents often? Are you family close?
My mother and father lives in Otjiwarongo. I've seen them since I've moved to Swakop once. Sadly, we don't go a lot there anymore, but they come and visit now and then. But yeah, I don't travel a lot there anymore.
Okay, but I see you wearing a ring, so
yeah.
Can I make the assumption you're married?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you have children? Are you considering it? You're still young. You're still young.
I still have a good 4 years left before I get children. But yeah, I've only been married now for 2 years. So.
Oh, it's still a young marriage.
Yeah, so it's still young.
You're still in the honeymoon.
Yes.
Okay. What does your partner do?
So he works in finance. He works in office in finance. So yeah, our job.
So you're on a strict budget.
Yeah, that is sadly so. He does the budgeting, I do the sport and the training. So yeah, he's fit and I'm well budgeted.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about some of your interests. If you're not doing sport, if you're not conditioning someone, what are the things that you love doing?
Ooh, there used to be so many things, but now I do, well, it is a sport, I do archery and I
Oh,
do
really?
squash. So they're just side hobbies for now, which is very difficult for me because I'm a very competitive person. So I like to compete, but at this moment, archery is one of my interests, which I'm pursuing.
Would you ever compete in it?
Yes, definitely, but not now.
Okay.
I'm taking it easy, it's a new sport.
Yeah.
I'm just learning for now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, further, I would say like maybe in the future, farming would be more if I actually, get a plot, and then just staying at home playing PlayStation. It's my interest.
Oh, what are your favorite games then?
I literally just bought a PlayStation to play Hogwarts Legacies because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So yes, at this moment it's the only game.
So have you read the entire series?
No, I've watched the entire series.
You've watched it,
Not a
okay.
big reader.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And would you advise children to watch it?
Of course.
But what can they learn from it?
That is the question. Listen, Harry Potter is an educated show, guys. Listen, you need to know friendship. No, I'm joking. No, Harry Potter is just, everyone needs to watch Harry Potter. If you're the new age, young age, old age, it don't matter. Listen, we grew up with Harry Potter and it applies to all generations. Everyone loves Harry Potter. I just don't know what it's
I'll
about.
consider it. To be honest, I've never even watched the movie. I've never read the books or watched the movie. I'll consider it. You need to still convince me though.
True.
Okay, so gun to your head, if you could decide like the 3 most important people in your life, who are they and why?
Yo. At this moment, it's my husband, my mother, so she's the only one I have of my family that is actually left, and the third one is difficult because I can't choose between the two now.
Say your mother-in-law, maybe she's gonna watch this.
My mother-in-law already lives with me, oh my word.
Oh, okay.
It's either my sister or brother.
So you have siblings?
Yes, I have.
Do you have a good relationship with them?
We have a complicated relationship. It's like a hate-love relationship. Like, we can't be in each other's company for a long time, but yeah, we still love each other.
Do they stay in Swakop?
No. My sister and brother are both in Otjiwarongo, and then my other 2 brothers and sister is in Belfast.
Okay, cool. So let's get back to work. Is there anything that you would still want to pursue work-wise other than the conditioning?
Well, I always wanted to start my own clothing brand for
Really?
sport. Yes, because Namibia doesn't have a good sport clothing brand. So I really want to start that. No, sorry. Namibia doesn't have a good bodybuilding sport clothing brand.
So bodybuilding specific.
Yeah, bodybuilding specific. So I would like to pursue that in the future. And yeah, at this moment, the conditioning, that's what I wanted from university. So I'm where I want to be at this moment.
Are you academically inclined? So like you would pursue like further studies, or you're happy where you are? You'd rather gain the experience, gain the knowledge through experience?
Every year I study a little bit further. So last year I just completed my diploma in personal training and my national certificate in fitness. So each year I complete like a little small course just to keep me up to date, because everything is always changing in sport. I love doing little side courses, but I'm more a practical person than sitting in front of a computer answering a questionnaire. So I prefer to study, like do practicals rather than study online. So if there's ever a sport seminar or anything, I would attend.
But you do believe in continually learning?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So if we have to think of 10-year-old Eugene, what would you tell him? Like, what would you say to him to encourage him to get to where you are now?
Oh, 10-year-old Eugene did not think he would be here. If If I told 10-year Eugene about this, he would not believe me because 10-year Eugene was still on the farm, hoping to farm back then. But no, I can't tell him to pursue it. If I told him to pursue sport, he would not believe it to me because I hated sport when I was in school.
Really? So
Yes.
did you compete though?
No, and so before grade 11, I used to be in front of the PlayStation with a packet of Doritos, a whole bottle of 2-liter
Hectic.
Coke. Never did sport. I hated sport, I hated running, everything. And then it took one kid just to give me a bad comment, and I went into athletics. And grade 11 and 12, I started long distance running, was really good at it. And then university, I did cross country.
Wow,
Yes.
that is a major turn for events.
Yeah.
So what would you tell children who maybe are also sitting in front of the PlayStation with a bag of Doritos and a 2-liter Coke? What would you tell those kids?
Just start a hobby. Sport is very difficult. Like, don't go and run an 800 meter now. You're gonna hate it. Try something small. I started with squash. Squash is something it's a very fun sport. And I see a lot of kids that don't do sport. They actually love squash.
Yeah.
Because squash you burn so much calories. You do actually so much of a workout.
Yeah.
But you don't notice it because it's
Yeah.
so fun. Do small sports. Even archery. Archery is not it doesn't need a lot of physical strength, but for your brain training during archery is very good. So I would say just start a hobby, even if you don't compete.
So can the parents contact you if they want their kids to get off the PlayStation?
Of course yeah, they can.
Okay.
Love kids,
That's good to know. That's good to know. Some parents are going to watch those.
I know.
I'm contacting you, Jim. So to end off, what is the one thing that you believe in that like this is what your day is guided by it, your decisions are guided by it? What is the one thing that you believe?
There is no limit. Everyone that always says there's a limit, it's just you limiting yourself. I believe there's no limit. You can do anything if you believe it.
Wow, wise words.
No.
Eugene, thank you so much for joining me.
It's a
I
pleasure.
do appreciate it. I had a good chat. I learned a lot about you.
Thank you.
I never thought you would be the farm boy. Friends, thanks for joining us. Thank you for logging in. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time again.